Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Yamala and welcome to Yamz Gang. Kindly don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that every other time I upload a new video, you're the first one to get notified. Guys, in today's video, I'm just trying to get real on things that I never did before my 20th birthday. Actually, there are literally things that I wished I did them before I turned 20. In this list, the things that I never did, and I will literally never do them, maybe because I'm past that age. And also, there are things that I never did, and I'm struggling with them right now. And also, there are things that I never did, and one day at some point in my life, I'll one day do them. But the greatest percentage being covered is things that I never did and I'm really struggling with them doing right now. Straight to a video. And one thing that I wish I did before I turned 20 is pranking my dad. Guys, I never pranked my dad before 20. Actually, 90% of my friends tell me, I pranked my dad before 20 and this was the reaction. I pranked my dad and this was the reaction. But as for me, I never did that. I don't know why. Sometimes I think if I can compensate that right now, I can just plan myself and prank him. Actually, I think that should be the next video. I'm planning to prank my dad. But if I could have done before 20, it would have actually made a lot of sense because I was, let me say, I was small. But right now, I'm in my early 20s, pranking my dad. It could be a challenge, but wait and see. Number two thing that I wished I did before I turned 20. Getting drunk until I black out. Guys, can you imagine I've never gotten drunk until I black out? And if I could have done that before 20, it would have been really juicy. Can you imagine? My friends tell me we blacked out. In campus, in campus we were young and stupid. Yeah. Maybe that could have been the opportunity that I could have had to prank my dad, but to get drunk. I never did that. I regret. Maybe I'll try it, but I'm feeling like I'm big. Number three thing that I wished I did before I turned 20 is getting obsessed with my health. Oh my god. It's actually last year that I just got obsessed with my health. And I'm this type of person who wishes I can only eat without getting fat. But anyway, that's not the situation. I got obsessed with my health right last year. I'm really trying to do a lot of things right now that I feel is really occupying my time. But then I just realized my health is the most important thing that I need to do. That if I could have gotten obsessed with my health before I turned 20, right now it would have been just a pathway of just passing with it. Anyway guys, I'm really struggling with health right now. Though I'm not a sickly person. Anyway, I've never gotten sick to a point of getting admitted to the hospital, except the time that I suffocated in my own house and I was taken to the hospital. That was the time that I think I stepped in the hospital because of sickness. But if not that, it has never happened. Number four thing that I wished I did before my 20th birthday is wearing footy pajamas in public. Can you imagine? I never worn footy pajamas before I turned 20. I think that this could have been so sweet if I could have done it when I was a small kid, let's say around 7-8 years of age. It could have been really fantastic because I look around and see kids. Then I wished I wasted my childhood anyway, but I regret because I'll never do that one at any point in my life. Then number 5 thing that I really regret so much not doing is eating something that I can't pronounce. It's right now that when I go to restaurants, I order for new and strange things in the menu. I think it's late for me anyway, but I'm just trying to find new dishes. Like, if I could have done that before 20, I couldn't be struggling right now. Yeah, I couldn't be struggling right now. I don't know. You go to restaurants and you order things. It couldn't be a struggle as per now. It could have been part of me. Yeah. And number 6 thing I wished before 20, I could have lost a lot of friends. It's so sad that it's this point in my life that I'm losing a lot of friends. I don't know why it is happening to me this way, because at this point in my age, I'm really losing a lot of friends. I've lost a lot of friends. I've lost friends who have traveled and they've never come back. I've never heard from them. I've lost friends through death. I've lost friends that I've made in different places that I've visited. I've been making friends. But then when I leave those places, I lose the friends. You see, whenever there is no communication, actually, I don't think friendship exists. Friendship exists in a point that you're there and talking to each other. I wished I could have lost these friends before 20. Losing these friends could have been part of me, or anyway, maybe right now I couldn't be losing them because I had lost them. I could have, maybe right now I could be saying, but I lost enough friends. Right now I don't need to lose the friends. But in the same measure, the same way I'm losing a lot of friends right now, it is the same measure that I'm using to gain friends. Like I'm making new friends each and every day. Each and every day, I'm making new friendships. And I don't think it's the right thing that I never lost friends before I turned 20. I wished I could have lost friends by then. By now, it would have been better. Number 7, and also very key, finding a balance of never getting asleep at all, and also taking a lot of naps. That was an opportunity yesterday, but I can't complain about staying awake all the time, because right now there are a lot of times that I put up on overnights and I take naps during the day, like that one. That is never a big deal. But the one that I have really never just gotten the exact bit of it is having a lot of naps. Like you find yourself sleeping, oversleeping, like this, the way you can sleep for 24 hours continuously. That one, I don't know how it feels. Like I'm really planning to do that one of these 5 days to just see if it works. Someone told me that they can sleep for more than 24 hours, and I'm like, what? Are you dead? That one doesn't add up to me. But maybe if I could have done it before 20, I could have known the balance between sleeping and sleeping. Number 8 is climbing a tree. Can you imagine I'm just never climbed a tree? Just imagine that. I really wasted my childhood, you can say. I've never climbed a tree, and I used to play with children who used to really climb trees. If I turn 20, I can live. That one I know I'll never do that. But if I could have done it before 20, it could have added up. Something else is finding the beauty in everything before I turned 20. I always say, if I could have started finding beauty in everything before I turned 20, life could be so small. Because right now, it's just right now that I've just realized that I need to find beauty in everything. I'm learning. I'm not yet perfect at that, but I'm learning. What if I could have learned that before I turned 20? Could I have had like a smooth life than the one I'm having? Sometimes I guess so, but it's never too late to do something. Right now, I'm really finding the beauty in everything. If you tell me niko na kichwa kubwa, I see the beauty in my big head. If you tell me niko na mdomo kubwa, yes, I know. I still find the beauty in that. If you still tell me how I am short, because I know I'm literally short, I'll still give it a thumbs up. Okay. Number 10, going on a road trip. Can you imagine I had never gone for any road trip before I turned 20? I'm just trying to calculate and see whether I've just developed my hobbies after 20. Guy, it's so heartbreaking, but anyway, I just have to accept the fact that I'd never gone for any road trip before I turned 20. You need to go for road trips before you turn 20, for you just to get, for life just to unveil and you see the beauty of life. Really, going for a road trip. Number 11, be an all-weekender. Gosh, I'm really enjoying this right now. The point of, like, you're just staying and you make a whole week just a weekend. You're just an all weekend. Like, you're doing something that you usually do on Saturdays, you're doing it on a Monday. Something that you usually do on Sundays, you do it on a Monday. Like, the whole week, it's just like a weekend to you. If I could have done this before turning 20, I don't think I could be wasting time now, in the name of wasting time, right now, trying to enjoy life in the name of being an all-weekender. I should have done this before 20. Guys, yeah. Number 12, watching a sunrise. Guys, there is magic in just watching a sunrise and sunset. That one I revealed it about a week ago. Actually, it was last week that I just took my time watching a sunrise. I woke up at around 6:30 and I decided to just stand out and watch a sunrise. Guys, there is beauty in watching a sunrise. I'm not talking of you waking up, you just look at the sunrise and then look away. You're taking your whole time. You're taking your whole time watching a sunrise. You can take even 30 to 45 minutes or 1 hour just watching a sunrise. There is beauty. It's a whole beautiful world. There is some beauty in watching a sunrise and a sunset. Just take your time. Actually, if I could have done this before 20, I think I could have felt the gist. I could have even spent more hours in doing this. Instead of right now, I just take 30 minutes and I feel that's enough. But then, there is beauty in watching sunrise and sunsets. Number 13, thing that I really wished I could have done before I turned 20 is learning to be empathetic with myself. Actually, this one I can reveal it to you that I just learned how to be empathetic with myself sometime last year. It has really taken me a lot of time to just learn to be empathetic with myself. I'm this type of person who used to really complain a lot and blame myself for things that I haven't achieved, instead of praising myself once in a while of things that I've achieved. But I learned that it's a learning process. I'm still learning. I can't say I'm perfect at it or I'm good at it, but I'm still learning to be empathetic with myself. Number 14, getting a bad grade on a test that for a really good reason. I always got bad grades, but not with a good reason. With always bad reasons. I don't know, because of this, because of that. But then, at least before turning 20, I could have had an experience of getting a bad grade for a really a good reason. Yeah, it could have been a nice experience, you know. And number 15 thing, just traveling. I wish I could have traveled a lot before I turned 20. Right now I could be resting, because it's right now that I'm really struggling with doing this and that, traveling here and there, because I need to travel places, because I also have like my holiday destinations that I wish I will one day visit. I have places that I really would love to visit, and it might take either sooner or later, but maybe later in life. But then, if I could have done before 20, you see, maybe it wouldn't have been my experience. Maybe, or maybe if it could have been my expense. I don't know. But I never did that before 20. It's right now that I'm really juggling here and there to travel to the world. I know anyway, it's fine. Number 16 thing that I wished I had done before turning 20 is just falling in love with myself. Like right now, I'm working hard towards reaching dangerous levels of self-worth. I can't see right now I'm badly off, because I just realized I'm the best person in being me. But then, if I could have done this before 20, gosh, this could have been, I could just be living a miraculous life right now. And it's right now that I just realized I can be the best person that I really want to. Falling in love with myself. There is no pretty thing like falling in love with yourself, you know. Falling in love with yourself is the best thing ever you should ever do. Actually, if I could have fallen in love with myself before 20, if you find a chance, just fall in love with yourself before turning to 20. Because falling in love with yourself is the best thing that has ever happened in my life. Though it has happened after my 20th birthday, but then it is the best thing that has ever happened in my life. I love myself like nonsense. Number 17, and very, very important, something that I never did before I turned 20. And it's something that I'm really doing. I'm not good at it, but I'm really struggling, or I'm trying to do it right now. Telling my mama I love her each and every day. Anyway, I can't complain, because my mom is my best friend. You know, she's that woman that when we meet, we are like, I don't know, we are like sisters or something. We can really talk and talk and talk. What if before I turned 20 we could have been making these talks and stories?
Anyway, I can't really complain much because most of my time I've spent outside and away, not at home. But then, my mom is the best woman in the world. Like, she's the best mama in the world. She's better than your mom anyway. That one, I'm telling you for a fact. She's a mom, someone who really love to be given birth by. Like myself. Like, thank God for my mom. Like, my parents, they're the best parents in the world. They're simply the best. I don't regret ever having been born by them, but they are simply the best. But I wished I could have learned how to tell her I love you every day. There is magic in telling your mom you love her every day. Number 18 thing that I also wished I could have done before turning 20 is letting my mind get into trouble a lot. It's right now that I'm really putting my mind into trouble. Because right now I have a lot of things. I have deadlines to meet. I have targets to reach. I have visions to accomplish. I have dreams to realize. Like, I have a lot of things in my mind. Like, my mind, if you can just hit my mind right now like this, what you can get there. Someone said that the richest place is the grave. That is where a lot of ideas are, because so many people are buried with ideas. That is where visions that were never revealed, that is where businesses that were never opened, that is where books that were never written, books were never read are. But actually, I think the richest place is my mind right now, because it has a lot of things, a lot of ideas that I have not yet put into practice, and a really lot of things. If I could have put my mind into trouble, I think maybe right now it could have been just a flop, maybe just like this. It could be a flipway or just a slope and not an uphill. That could have been the best thing I could have done for myself.
Number 19 thing that I wished I did before my 20th birthday is falling in love with someone I will literally never speak to. That experience, I think it's so sweet. Just falling in love with someone you've never spoken to. I guess it could have been nicer if I could have had that experience before I turned 20. But anyway, I had that experience when I was 21. And I just fell in love with a friend who traveled out of Kenya. I've never heard from them. I don't know whether she traveled, I don't know whether she died. I don't know, actually don't know. But what I know, we've never spoken. But if I could have done that before 20, I think maybe I would have forgotten or something. I don't know. But I never had that experience before I turned 20. Number 20 thing that I never did before I turned 20 is moving to a different country. And I'm just trying to imagine, for 20 good years I never stepped out of Kenya. Like, seriously, who does that? But anyway, I'm happy that maybe after, when I was 21, I also traveled to Tanzania and I traveled to Uganda, so yes, so it's not bad, but I wish I could have done that before I turned 20. And the last thing that I wished I did before I turned 20 is fighting and winning. Yes. I've never fought and won, leave alone even just winning. I've never fought. I've never fought. Like kupigana ngumi, teke. The fighting that I've done is when I was a karateka. I used to do karate when I used to be first year. And the fights used to, these fights, yes, karate, that is the fight I used to do. But I never fought till I feel that I've really fought and won. I wished. That's an opportunity lost, because I know in life I'll never fight. Anyway guys, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching my nonsense. Thank you so much for being here. If you've watched this video until up to this point, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and stay home if you can. Stay safe. And guys, please, if you're new, kindly don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell, such that every other time I upload a new video, you're among the first people to check the content that I've just uploaded. Guys, stay home if you can, and remember to work hard towards reaching dangerous levels of self-love. Love yourself because it's the only place that you have to live in. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Until next time. Goodbye. Toodles.